Pemberley Farm. Well, it's Friday and today we are actually canning again. And so what are we canning? We're canning beef stew. Now you all know that my favorite thing is to be able to go to my canning pantry and get a jar of something and warm it up and maybe put some cornbread with it and have a meal just like that. And so this is one of those convenience meals. It is fast food, but good food and good food for you. And so what do we have? We're making beef stew today, and we're using beef from that we raised and had processed. We're going to put a little bit of onion in it, some carrot, and some potatoes. And so that's what we're doing today. And normally, if you followed very many of my videos, you know that I don't normally put salt in it, but I'm making an exception this time, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt to all of these jars. And you now understand, again, adding the salt does not preserve it any more than the canning does. It is just for flavor. But so that this one could truly be, you wouldn't even have to add anything except just heat. And if it came down to it and you had to, you could eat it out of the jar. So anyway, so what we're going to do is we're just going to, I don't have a whole lot that I thought out. I never thaw out enough. Y'all know that. But anyway, I'm going to see what we've got here. I didn't have a lot of carrots, and I forgot to get carrots when I've got canned carrots that we canned, but I don't want to, I mean, they're already canned, so I'm not going to do that. All right, let's see what we got. We might do one more jar here and then see. You know, you can put more meat or less meat, whatever. I mean, we're meat eaters, but we don't eat, you know, like tons and tons. To me, a lot of times meat is the side dish instead of the main dish. So it just depends on what you like and what you want. All right, so there's that. I'm going to put this out of our way over into the sink. All right. And so next we're going to just add, I don't think I need that. Just a little onion to each one. Not a lot, because onion kind of does a little wonky sometimes when you can it, and so I don't want a lot in there. But it's ending up looking like more. This was just one onion that, well, I guess it was a large onion, but it wasn't the biggest onion I had. But it turned out to be a good bit, didn't it? All right, so that's good. All right, I think we'll put our potatoes next. And don't forget now, we're going to have to can this. These are quarts, and there's meat in it. It doesn't matter what else is in it. You have to can it for the time of the longest processing time that's in the jar. And meat, it would be the longest processing time here. And so we're going to can this at, because of my elevation, 10 pounds. Your elevation may be different, and so you have to check with look in your canning book or your Ball Blue book or whatever book you use, and make sure that you check it out, and for your elevation know what pressure you have to can it at. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing 10, and it will go for 90 minutes. Okay, 90 minutes. Because it's quarts. If it was pints, it would be 75 minutes. But we're doing quarts, and so it's 90 minutes. All right, almost done here. See, this is not hard. And once you've already cut up and prepped your vegetables, and you know, I didn't even have to cut up the meat. It was already done at the processor when we had our cows processed. And so there we are. Now, we'll get the carrots in here, top everybody off, and in just a few minutes, you've got beef stew. So, My husband, when I was throwing this meat out, he thought I was going to make beef stew, and he was disappointed when he found out that he wasn't going to get to eat beef stew, that it was for a canning video. So he'll live. I'll make him some. All right, so we're good now. They're not quite full, but that's okay. I'm going to get our hot water here. And I'm going to go to an inch headspace. Okay. Now I'm going to fill all of them, but don't forget that you have to debubble. And remember, my favorite debubbling tool is chopsticks. So we're going to debubble. I'm going to show you on this one, and then the others we will we'll just let it run fast and get it done. But anyway, so I'm debubbling. And I can add just a smidge more water. All right, now what I'm going to do next is I've got some white vinegar in this little bowl. I've got my paper towel all folded here. And I'm going to make sure that there is nothing on the rim of this jar. Don't want anything on the rim of the jar to cause it to not seal. We want it to seal, okay? Because we're going to store it. All right, then we're going to put our ring and lid on, finger tight. Now when you see me do that, it's because there's no strength in my fingers, okay? I'm not cranking it. Ashley could come over here and turn it quite a bit more. So, but finger tight. Then we're going to put it in our canner, which was warming up, and I turned it off because it was getting too warm, because I'm cold packing this stuff. I'm putting boiling water in here, and I don't want to shock the jars any more than that. So we will put these in the canner and turn it back on, because it'll cool off some between now and the time we get it all done, and turn it back on. Okay, so we've got 6 jars in here. And if you've watched before, you know I have an all-American canner, and we've got our little notch here that this arrow has to line up with. Okay. Some days it goes on better than others. You have to make sure it is level all the way around, and then to keep it level, we put the toggles up on opposite sides at the same time. And that way we don't tighten down one side and then make it out of level. So anyway, and then we've got the fire back on now, and it is going to go until steam starts coming out the vent. And when it is a full head of steam, we will set the timer for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes is over, we will put the weight on it on 10 pounds. And then when it comes up to pressure, we will begin the time, and it will go for 90 minutes. All right, all of our jars of beef stew sealed. I'm sorry about the light. It's later in the afternoon, and the sun is just coming in that window so bad. But anyway, so you can't tell so very much about it from that direction. And in this way it's too dark. So anyway, can't win with the light business today. But thank you for coming along to watch, and please don't forget to like our video and share them, and subscribe to our channel if you have not already. God bless you from Pemberley Farm.